Look, as someone who is a former social worker, now stay-at-home mom, trying to just figure out ways to talk to my toddlers about their emotions, this has been something that I find is just super cool and super helpful. So as someone, again, social work, learning different emotions and how to really respond to them is definitely something to work on. Me as a mom, I've actually struggled with this recently, and so I just wanted to first off talk about the backside of this. And there will be some things just that I discussed that I would mention that I would probably change if I could, but to share with you. So on the back, it's got things I can't control and then things I can control. And so just to give you some examples of this, so things I can control, right, are my goals, being kind, my words, my decisions, trying again, being honest, my behavior. All right, so that's really cool to read sometimes, but what really I find is better to read is things I can't control, because you get a little upset and then things start to unravel, and you might turn, what is the angry one? Dark red. But so the one that you can't control, world problems, what others say, death, how others respond, how others feel. It's just meant to be like a centering technique of showing you that this is not something you can control and helping to turn that emotion around, right? So now moving to the front side, it does come with this little triangle piece that you're able to say, so it says I feel on it, and then you can move it around to where you are. So you first identify which one you are. So if right now I've had a little bit of a I'm honestly going to say a fearful day. So I'm going to say I fear fear, okay? Or I feel fear. Next category is excluded, regret, anxious, worried, nervous, shy. And so for me, that kind of leads to more of an anxious. I've been a little bit anxious. And so then it's frightened. There's just something about whenever you are able to identify your emotion, that it makes for a better communication and a better resolution when you're trying to, go from there. Then so just to give you another example, so I feel peaceful, okay? So then you get to choose from or you kind of choose from calm, loving, affectionate, trusting, relaxed, thoughtful, okay? And then it goes from there to caring, thankful, accepted, valued, inspired, passionate. So it's just really cool. So you see how you have when I'm reading that, you have this inner layer that you put it there, and then it goes from these other ones inside. So then you pick from the second circle and then the third circle. And so it's just this really just identification of that emotion you feel. Really cool. And then a logistics thing, it has a stand for you to put it up. The only thing that I do wish that it had, I almost wish that there was a way to get this to stick a little bit better, because sometimes when you put it there, it does kind of fall. So that's the only thing that I would probably want to talk about, is that. And maybe it's a user error, it could be, but I guess if you had it more so flat, then doesn't matter. But me, I tend to look at things like this, and so that would be the only thing that I would say. But definitely check this out. And it is made of wood, if you can't hear that. And then what I have it on for my kids is we just keep it displayed like this. And then we discuss colors and stuff like that first. So if you are someone who's also maybe a stay-at-home mom looking to try to help a 3-year-old figure out emotions, definitely check this out. We love it.